Beautiful night. We're out in the garden. This is an awesome time. We love coming out here, coming out with the kids. We have Dakota and Cameron out here help me plant tomatoes and other vegetables. And right now you can see we have one cage, and the cage has the early girl tomato, phenomenal tomato. Comes up in about 52 days. And then we've got several other tomatoes. Dakota, what are you planting over there?
The beefsteak.
You got a beefsteak, Cameron. What do you have down there also? The brandywines. So we've got the beefsteak, the early girl, and the brandywines, and then we have some sweet 1000s or 100s. We got several different smaller tomatoes that we'll vine up the trellis there. And as you can see, the clematis is coming, not quite ready yet, but the clematis, look at how that's looking so far, and it is getting ready to bloom. Cucumbers in the back, those are just getting ready to be put up on the trellis there, and that was at a burpless supreme. Pressure in it, that's perfect. Why don't you grab another one? There we go. Get it out of the asparagus bed. Get Cameron prepping the bed with the tomato plants. Dakota's putting the stakes in there. These work great. I'll tell you what, those are 18-inch diameter, and we just we'll push them down into the dirt, and the tomatoes will grow up inside there. And if it gets a little too bushy, we'll just go ahead and prune the tomatoes back. They can handle it. Cameron here, we're working on the plant beds here. We did the tomato over there. Then we've got Dakota, he's turning some soil. The beds are looking really great. These are the same beds that had the hairy vetch in it, and that was the cover crop. And I'll tell you what, that adds great fertilizer. We have manure in here, just phenomenal stuff. There's tons of worms. It's great. Cameron's turning it, breaking up all the clumps. If you could break the clumps up, that's a great thing to do. The finer your soil, the better. A lot of people use rototillers. I like to just turn it. Like I said, I have the mantis, but I enjoy just being out here with my kids, and it's quiet, and just doing a little bit of work here. Dakota, what do we have left over there?
Red night.
Oh, okay, where can we put those? Yeah, that'd be great. They're short enough that the sun will get to them, and you know what we could do is we could throw a couple cages on those, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the cages will work great. And then, Cameron, what do you have left over here?
We have some squash and some zucchini. I think we should put one out here.
I think that's a great spot, because you're right, they do. The squash and zucchini, I'll tell you what, you guys, if you haven't planted it before, a great vegetable, but it takes up a lot of room. You need to have at least 3x3 square to 4x4 square. The leaves get really large on it, but I'll tell you what, you will not be bummed on this. You will be loving the squash. It takes up a lot of room. As you're seeing a lot of soil now, in about 30 days, you're not going to see any soil. It just takes up these beds and gives us so many vegetables. Normally we plant some beans going up there, but we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, so we got a couple cucumber left, and we'll try them up that arbor. So okay, that's great. We'll plant them there. Good job, guys. You guys like working in the garden?
Yeah.
This is fun. I enjoy working with you guys too. Keep those a little bit more shallow. That's perfect. Go ahead and put it up in the air. Make it straight. You just don't want it to get too wet. They get soggy. All right. Get your hands in there. All right. That looks good. So I like how sweet those are. They'll be green until they're ready to be harvested, when they're red or yellow. That's when they get really, really sweet, and that's what we really enjoy. Putting in the tomato steak, but I'll tell you what, these tomato steaks work great even on the peppers. I really like these better than just actually using a stake, because the branches can hang over the sides, and again, if you need any kind of pruning, you can do it, but it just lets the air flow. I like it, and it's nice and stable, and it's real simple. Simple is good. What do we have there, guys? 2 cucumber left. That's excellent. And this plant here, we got a little zucchini. That zucchini takes up a lot of room, guys. So if you're gonna plant it, you're gonna get some great vegetables, but you better have the space. A good 3x3 to 4x4. All right, gently pull those out, and just easy does it with the roots. But you definitely want to massage those roots. And then you got it, Cam. Yep, there you go, you got it. Sometimes you have to squeeze the container a little bit just to be able to ease the plant out of there. And that's perfect, Dakota. Tell you what, these plants definitely need a drink. We haven't had a lot of rain here, and those haven't seen water for a few days. But so we'll get a nice drink, and they'll be happy and healthy and give us some great vegetables. Out here, this is great. Watering it in, and tell you what, that's just one of the finishing things you need to do. Make sure you water, not over-watering, but you don't want to underwater. That's key. The 3 main things you need is good soil, you gotta have water, and you gotta have sunlight, you guys. It is imperative that you have at least 6 hours of sunlight. That's full sun. If you have more than that, that is great. I would be jealous. I'm about 6 to 8 hours, and that's about it here. And but again, you don't want to overwater. You underwater, you can hurt the plants. You overwater, you can hurt the plants. And then again, the soil. Keep good soil. Compost, I think, is the best. Leaf humus can have lots of worms in it. That's great, Cameron. That's awesome. Good job. Got several different tomatoes here. See all the water coming out there. That's what they need. We've got several tomatoes just alongside the arbor here, and those will grow up and get quite tall. But I'll tell you what, this trellis acts as a great support for these tomatoes. And at the other end, we've got behind the large beefsteaks, we have 4 different cucumbers, and those are great, and they enjoy the water just the same. But I'll tell you what, cucumbers need a lot of sun, guys. So right now, I'm okay with them being so small and being in the back. They will outgrow the tomatoes, so the leaves will be able to get the sun. But again, you want a lot of sun on your tomato, not only your tomatoes, but your cucumbers. And then we've got Dakota is over just on the other side of our asparagus. He's just smoothing it out, making it look good. He went ahead and planted over here. And Cameron, you can go ahead and hit the zucchini, the squash, and the cucumbers again with the water. Right now they can't have enough water because they're small, they're thirsty, they need it. And it doesn't look like we have too much rain in the forecast, which is okay for now, so we'll keep on watering. And that's it, guys. That's the garden. Kids, thanks a lot. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate your help.